Eh, Okay, now this is live. Uh, so, uh, I've been playing Magic for a long time, and I wasn't really excited about the Avatar set, but I liked the some cards, and I made a deck with Toph the first metalbender. There are other Tophs in this deck. I tried to make it as similar as possible as my paper version of the deck. Most of the cards are the same, and I will try to improve the paper deck to make it more similar to the arena I have, but also I don't have all the wildcards I should use to get all the important cards I have in the paper version. I have some massive removal, but in arena I don't. Most people use the stuff to trigger landfall. I have some cards that use landfall. I cannot Airbending Ascension. I do not remember if I have any other card that triggers us on landfall, but the main objective of this deck is to get either indestructible artifacts or indestructible lands to earthbend them and create indestructible creatures. After that, there are many ways to give them trample, like with Gnarly Colony or Dashwell Crawler and some other cards such as Garruk's Uprising. And you can make if the opponent has too many blockers, you can just take any flying artifact like the Ornithopter. There's also the Ornithopter of Paradise, or there's also the levitating statue that has the keyword flying, and as such, when it becomes a creature, whether by its own ability or by Toph, it becomes a creature with flying. And so this deck has many ways to make creatures harder to block. I also have in the deck the Rogue's Passage, which you can find using either crop rotation or Sylvan's Crying. Sylvan's Crying or crop rotation are either used to get an indestructible land or to get the Rogue's Passage, ideally. There's also many spells to ramp lands and make it easier to play. So, this deck doesn't win 100% of the time, but it's really fun. The most expensive card on paper Magic in this deck should be the Walls of Ba Sing Se, which gives all other permanents indestructible. Pretty neat effect. You can either use that or that are still Forge IRL. Most artifacts you can find in this deck can be replaced with any artifact with that's from Darksteel IRL if it's a low cost card, which not that's not always the case. Some have quite a high mana cost. Till end of turn. I will advance the Stone of Erect because the lands. I would rather use lands to generate mana than to block or attack. And this way, if he tries to remove the Stone of Erect, it will come back to the battlefield. Right now, I will try to go white rather than go big. This turn, I will Earthbend the Darksteel Reactor, and it will become an indestructible creature. He will. Oh. This card has a trigger that activates on dying, but as the Stone of Erect replaces that effect with exiling, that didn't trigger. Most of the times you will not trigger the 20 counters effect of this card in this deck. Oh, this is a creature and didn't trigger the levitating statue. Now I have an indestructible creature with double strike and haste. Well, the haste is not the relevant part now. I don't know why the reconfigured artifacts do not stick with earthbended artifacts. Maybe it's a bug. Oh, it's legendary. So the legendary rule activates. Okay. Land. Ornithopter. It's a creature, it didn't trigger the levitating statue. Right now, I will attack only with the reactor. He will either block it with Narfi or take it to the face. This shouldn't be happening. I guess it's a bug. Because the keyword the reconfigure doesn't have any ruling of on attaching from a creature. Mm. Oh, so there, these two enchantments basically do the same. Take this action. Okay. Now we're talking. This will become a creature. This will be attached to the flying creature. And now I will attack. No, with this not. Only with this. And this will be his final turn. This deck doesn't usually stomp this big, but sometimes this happens. I guess this is the norm. Well, this is to be expected if your creatures are indestructible and grow indefinitely. Basically, removing the commander makes it way harder for this deck to play. Usually, commander decks are way more interesting in a match of 4 players at 40 life or health points. Okay, this is a good hand to start. These are 2 cards that allow us to search for lands on our library, and starts with a dual colored land. An interesting part of this deck is having many spells to ramp and removing the as fast as you can lands from the deck, so you can always draw interesting spells. With this hand, I expect to use crop rotation to search for a non-basic land. Probably an indestructible one, rather than the Rogue's Passage. It may be a bit greedy to draw this early because I don't have the mana, but some interesting things can happen. Okay, I will put a basic land on top of my deck. Right one. And next turn I will draw 2 cards. Cool. This will be a slow hand. Fine. Mm. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, this changes thing a bit. Cancel. I will draw another card. And I will change this land for the Rogue's Passage. Now in my next turn I expect to play the Circling Bridge, which is an indestructible land. Cast the Darksteel Plate. And next turn I will play Toph. This guy doesn't have many equipments. This one. I do not have any green cards at hand at this moment, so I don't really need to take care of that. Okay. I want as much mana as possible. 3, 4. Play this. I will keep this to my commander. Now my whole board is indestructible. This puts lands on my hand. That's not what I want right now. This is mana, and this is mana in the future. I'd rather keep them as blockers right now rather than attacking. I do not expect to win this game because he has a really big table and many ways to win to get health. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is buff the Ornithopter of Paradise to be able to block his Flying Angel without losing the Ornithopter of Paradise. I will try to not block it right now and block it next turn when I know that the Ornithopter can kill the angel. I have no mana to play this. Nice. I will move to Dark Steel Blade next turn to the Walls of Passing Sea. Not right now. I will not attack. And at the end of turn, I will give the counters to the Ornithopter of Paradise. This makes the game much better for me. This is still not a win, but really good. I draw a card. Play this. I will move this to the walls. No, absolutely every permanent in my table is indestructible. If you can, I recommend to do this with every rampant card you have in order to remove as many lands as possible from the deck. I only really need 3 blockers because one of his cards has 0 power. Yeah, I will do that. I will attack on the air. Right now I will try to make a white board to block as many... to be able to block as many attacking creatures as possible, but I will probably focus on giving counters to the Ornithopter and attacking. This will make this a really long game, but I think that this will be worth it. 4 attacking creatures, I have 4 blockers. And now I will give the Earthbending to the Ingot, because by default it is also indestructible. Whenever it ends, you gain 1 life and draw a card. And my next Earthbendings will all go to the Ornithopter of Paradise. Three, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Making his health go down while he can't attack me is a really good... is a long-term strategy, but I think I can win. It's a good board. It's a good creature, especially for his attack because he can easily have a big devotion to white. He still hasn't cast his commander, which is Ares. Instead, don't target creature card. I am not getting many interesting cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I will make the Ornithopter unblockable. And I will earthbend another land. Because I need to keep up with his whiteboard. In this case, I will use basic lands to earthbend because they are the last important ones. It's better to not have a forest than not having available an artifact that can generate any amount of any color of mana. This will prove to be quite problem, to be a big problem because this turn he has made many. He has gained much more life than the life of points I took from him last turn. Yeah, I should probably do the same again. Attack with unblockable. He doesn't have any creatures with flying, otherwise I would use the attack on another creature. He will probably win, but it has been a really good game. Last game I stomped really hard. And this one has been a really long one. Ah, yeah, the flying creature. And it will now become a 6/6 destructor creature with 4/4 operator. Cool. It's indestructible. The problem is that I will have to use the Ornithopter of Paradise to block that one. I do not understand why it's trying to allow me to do anything before drawing cards. Sacrifice land. Is there anything I... no. Oh yeah, if an equipment is a land and you have something like the Chromatic Lantern, the equipment can also tap for mana. Now on combat, I will attack with the unblockable land. And this turn I will give the airbending to the Ornithopter because it's probably this creature will probably get bigger. To be expected. Don't get another counter, please. He will get an no. He already triggered this. He can't attack only with Stainer. He is attacking only with Stainer. Now he will gain 13 life. Fortunately, all of my creatures are indestructible. Oh, this is a really good synergy. Seismic Sense lets you look at the top X cards where X is the amount of lands that you control, and with Toph, almost all on your board is a land. So at this state of the game, if you can find something interesting. Damn, not here. I think that the most interesting one would be the Badger Mob. Play this. It's an indestructible creature. It enters tap. Okay. He will get counters. If you make something unblockable with the Rogue's Passage before the blocker step, it will be unblockable. That's the important part. But if you wait until after blockers are declared, it will have no real effect. That's the important part. I don't think I will be able to destroy the Exemplar of Light only with blocking, so I will focus my counters on the Thorn of Reach. That will get big. Yeah, I cannot destroy this. And at this point, I will dare to say that his commander is not really worth it. And I mean to that in the way that his commander is return target creature. He only has a creature in the graveyard. And he doesn't have trample. Yeah, I cannot destroy your angel, but still, one wrong move and we destroy each other. Your creatures do not have trample. His deck has green, but most of his cards are white. Maybe I should destroy Excalibur? No, because Excalibur is not triggering the... whenever one or more counters are put in on a creature. Is he ending life? No. Oh, the Dazzling Angel. Oh no, he will have another flying creature. Okay. No, I cannot destroy my own artifacts because they are indestructible. His table is so wide I will probably lose. But this is really good. A really good game. End of turn. Oh. He got the right cards at the right time. It's part of the game. Only that this is a way longer game than the previous one. Oh. All these kinds of interactions are way more interesting in Commander with four-player table. When enters search for an equipment, that's what you're trying to do, huh? Oh, reach and trample. But oh, okay. I have to block you with this. I can block you with this, and I can block you with this. Did he play? He didn't play the angel. Okay, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And he will not attack with this on the next turn. View printed card, it's a 7/7. I should be able to block it if I destroy the equipment Where is the number of lands you control? I do not. Maybe yes. It's 7 plus. It shouldn't get to 20, so I should be able to block it. His numbers are massive. I still have some. This is not what I wanted. I need more lands to trigger this, which is one of the reasons I do not like using landfall with Toph. One of these turns he will win just because he has so many creatures I cannot block all of them. Which is a fair strategy. He didn't have that many cards in graveyard. Yeah, whiteboard. An enchantment with warp. At this point, I'm just seeing him play his deck. And now I guess that he will attack with everything because he should be able to. I don't know if this timer is for me or for him. First, I will block the trample one. I can block this. The flying one. I think everything is locked. Now I will. No. I didn't time it correctly to play the origin of metal bending. I should have destroyed the equipment before that. Also, he didn't. I should have got the priority before damage and after declaring blockers, which is weird. I did not expect it to play like that. An ally deck. I can win. It's a tough battle. Okay, an indestructible land and ramp. Good starting hand. Keep. Turn 1 I play this. I don't want red mana. I already have it in my hand. I will probably have to search for white mana or green mana. Maybe both. I will sacrifice the dual land and get 2 lands of those colors. And now I will have 6 mana on board, which will allow me to... No, I want red to play this. No, I want to use a Mind Stone to play this. I will not search on my library. I will keep that there. And at the end of my turn, I will make an indestructible creature. It resolves. I should have used my land, but I missed that, but it's not that big of a deal. Green mana, because most spells in this deck are green. This lets me draw a card. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should try to use the Mind Stone to draw a card and then have less cost on the diamond weapon. It will be interesting to... no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. I have 7 mana to cast this. But, yeah, I have the number of forests I need. No. He has so much mana. When this enchant, unless you control get +1/+1. Is this original from the Avatar set, or maybe it has a quite generic name? Not a really great card. A mana for a mana? Does he have response? I guess he can waterbend? That's what the game is waiting for all the time. Flying creature. Yeah, I will earthbend this. Now I can play this, and I will keep this in my hand for the moment. Do not attack, and earthbend the ornithopter. Easy. Ah, waterbending at the end of my turn. Smart one. Oof. Thankfully, he doesn't have trample. Oh, yeah, boy. Another one with flying. I will draw another card because of Garruk's Uprising. And Sylvan's Crying. That's what I like. Rogue's Passage. Did I play a land for turn? I did not play a land for turn. I will try to boost as much as possible the Indestructible land. Maybe I will earthbend once the Ornithopter to block Momo. And now I will try to put all the +1/+1 counters I can to the Cascading Cataracts. And then attack with it through everything he has. South Pole Voyager. He's getting really wide. That's not good for me. Why is he a generic healer? This is from the beginning of this. I mean, chronologically, this should be from the beginning of the series where she can barely waterbend. He will win me. Yeah, basically. Okay, he declared attackers. I will block the Jacer. I will rather not block Momo. I will block this, and I will 15. That's a lot. Yeah. And he will probably win next turn. Good game. Yeah. Okay, now let's see next. BB? The nerfed BB? I really like it to play BB. Even though in Arena he's nerfed, he's still good. I think that this should have been always his text box. Something like this. Victory! No. Okay, an indestructible land, 2 colors, and rampant growth. This looks good. An ornithopter. And the hard-headed teacher. Scribe. I will. I can play Toph next turn. I will play Toph to get a flying attacking creature. Can I? Flying, first strike, trample, lifelink, haste. It's weird to see a spider without reach. Okay. Damage. If you can't use a Smothering Tide, is it worth it? Oh. I do not have red mana other than the Ornithopter. Yeah. Yeah, attacking with 2. Earthbend my artifacts. Ah, the rich creatures. Earthbend the Ornithopter again. At 5. I yeah, I will no. Ah, He spent quite a lot of resources on that. It's not that much of a difference. It's not great for me. I will never pay taxes. Don't tell the IRS about that. I will not attack, and at the end of turn I will give you the counters. Unless the state of the board changes a lot, I will just play Rampant Growth on Bitter Work. Ah, it changed a lot. Liveling, 5 power liveling. I will have to tank 10 damage to block it effectively. Fuck. Decline. Please. Bitter work. I should. No, I want, because otherwise I will not have a blocker. Rampant growth. Do I like any land? I will need plains. When they enter. I will lose 8 life. This will lose mid game. Ah, yeah, everything. Okay. My loss. Land for turn. I do not feel guilty for losing to this, because not many decks have strategies around flying. And I already have some creatures with flying and reach. No, he prevented the combat damage. Mm. In the paper version of this deck, I have some board wipes that target only non-land permanents, and they are destroy effects. So if I equip Toph with the Dark Steel Plate, or I have the Wall of Asingse in the board, I can do it without having to pay anything back. Like, it doesn't imply that I lose any card from the board, but it's not as worth it in arena as in paper, because having less health means requiring to have more. It's a faster game because everyone has less health, and at the same time, being there's only two players makes it a worst. Not as worth it to pay usually 6 mana to make a board wipe. The intention next turn is to play the Levitating Statue and Toph Bandit to Earth Bandit as fast as possible. Okay. Levitating Statue. Earthbend. How am I generating 2 mana? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I can attack with the Levitating Statue. If I manage to get the Rogue's Passage or something like that, I can make Toph unblockable, and it becomes the best option to attack because she will always have 3 health, which makes her not a great blocker, as you can see right now. In the paper version of this deck, I have more cards that give unblockable. Most of them are from the Doctor Who set, and they do not exist in Arena. But in Doctor Who, you have the Supersonic Screwdriver, which is a mana rock and can give you unblockable to a target creature. I will replace it for the Cultivator's Caravan Ban, for example. And the Psychic Papers, which give to a creature unblockable. I can just Earthbend the Levitating Statue. He has no mana to respond, and I will attack. Just in case you may lose the game, use the Platinum Angel. You're playing green, so probably you will have enough mana when you need it. It was a fair magic game. Good one. 2 wins, 2 loses. I will keep this hand, but I need either red mana or an indestructible permanent. Well, both. At least red mana. Or else I will not win. Okay, I will play the Rogue's Passage, I will get a Mountain, and next turn I will cast Toph. Oh yeah, I will have to earthbend something. The Earth Crystal is a really good card in this deck because it duplicates every counter effect. The issue being that it is not... it's quite expensive. Maybe this game I can only focus on making a forest big and stomping with it with the Rogue's Passage. Probably. Maybe. I don't know why he surrendered. I do not like it, because this doesn't really prove that my deck was good. This will have to do. Maybe. It's one of any indestructible land. It's quite a greedy hand. Okay. I need this. Next turn it will be the common bridge. Maybe... should I? As soon as I can, I will play the Earthbend Ascension. Ooh. With this, in some turns I will play the Rogue's Passage. And now I will Earthbend the Darksteel Citadel. Yeah, green, better green. Yeah, Earthbend, Earth Crystal, then next turn Toph. And that will duplicate the number of counters my lands get. Well, everything gets. And the Black Blade will be a nice addition for the Darksteel Citadel when it comes. It. If you attack this turn, why? It was tabbed, right? I did not realize it was tabbed. I will not attack. The Darksteel Citadel is indestructible, so Death Touch has no effect. Toph will enter. The Ornithopter will enter. It triggers landfall. And how? No. I will use crop rotation on a forest because I expect to have more forests in the deck than anything. And I will take the Rogue's Passage. Landfall triggers. 2 counters are put on the Darksteel Citadel because of the Earth Crystal. I do not attack. And at the end of turn, I will put 4 +1/+1 counters. I should be able to be sustained until this can get big enough to block an attack. If he should not attack right now. Oh. They can see quite quickly or they feel quite quickly that they do not have a chance. Okay, this would be a turn 3 Arcane Signet. I will mulligan. Not much better. I will mulligan again. And this is more interesting. I will keep 6 and send this one. Next turn I will play the Cultivator's Caravan and the Common Bridge. Probably. No. I can do one or the other. We'll play Cultivator's Caravan to have more mana. I can just use the Darksteel Plate and the Black Blade to make Toph stupidly big. I can use a mountain to get the Rogue's Passage. And then in the future, I will give her unblockable. He's Ang. He can fly, but it's not a fast game card. Green, white, red. Any will be tough. I will play the common bridge using the black blade. I can. Should I earthbend something? Maybe. Next turn I will equip the Dark Steel Plate to Toph to make her able to withstand any attack. And then the Black Blade, which will give her at least +8/+8. He's not getting much mana. How did he cast? He has 3 lands. Okay. Because this is a land. Three, two. One last game and I will go to have lunch. Yeah. Turn 1 Terramorphic expands into planes. Turn 2 Arcane Signet. Turn 3 Toph. And then the Darksteel Reactor. It will be terrible if he manages to play his commander. Will you attack? Do not attack. Put counters to that steel reactor. Badger Mole. I could use the Rogue's Passage on Toph. Yeah, it's a good one. He will probably have to lose one. Take action. Next turn I will play the Walls of Basingse. I should play the Walls of Basingse. If I do that, I think I will have won the game. Next turn I play Walls of Basingse, then I just need to... In the next turn I use the Exhaust of Bitter Work and the Rogue's Passage to give a lot of counters to these two guys. And make Toph unblockable. Okay. Forest Land. Walls of Basingse. That was an okay last game for today. It was good. I think I lost 3 games. I won some other games. Some were not really interesting games because they surrendered quite fast. And it was good. Good.